straight men of Reddit, what's the strangest thing you've been told not to do because that's gay? I grew up in California before moving to the East Coast as a teenager. I've been told all Californians are gay, or at least bi, more than once. As a native Californian, I find this both hilarious and ridiculous. I was reading a book and a couple dudes called me gay, not for reading a book, but because I was using a bookmark. Only gay men don't crease the frick out of their pages. I wore my watch on my right hand, apparently when I was in high school, that gay as frick. There was a thread on here a while back where some poor girl told the world about an ex who wouldn't wipe himself or wash his genitals cause touching a dong is gay. I read a thread about a guy who wouldn't wipe his butt too well for the same reason. I thought it had to be fake, but other people chimed in to say they knew someone like this as well. Eating vag. Seriously. Homie told me it was submissive to eat vag and kinda gay. He was Jamaican and I hear that's a widespread belief down there. Also, I heard a rapper once say eating bananas without cutting them up was sus. That is one of the non-gayest things you could possibly do. I sew Renaissance type costumes as a hobby. I've been told I should stop doing it because sewing is either gay or women's work. On the plus side, I am a 6'2" bear of a man, so when I tell them to frick off, they usually leave it be. I am a bear. I hate to break it to you, but enjoy female singers fronted bands. I came from a very stupid place with a very stupid culture. I think female voices are nice. Gay. Go dancing on a date with a woman. Apparently dancing with your girlfriend is gay. My sister had psychology lessons at her university. She told me that her teacher explained that every man that went to see a prostitute was secretly gay because they were seeking out a previous man dong inside the prostitute's vag. She's adamant that the teacher really said that, but of course it's a second-hand story. I remember hearing the same thing about the US soldiers in Vietnam, that the prostitutes were basically just a go-between and what the men really wanted was to hook up with each other. My brother-in-law and I went to a movie. He told me it was gay to sit next to him. I told him to stop being a bee and I sat right next to him for the entire movie. I had a buddy that wouldn't eat foods that resembled the shape of a dong. Hot dogs, bananas, cucumbers, none of it, even if it wasn't in its original shape. He was kind of a goofy dude, so there's a solid chance it was a joke and he just didn't like those foods and they happened to have that in common. But I never knew for sure. I saw a Twitter screenshot a little while ago from a woman who thought glasses looked kinda gay. Caption on the screenshot was, "Fellas, is it gay to see? If you can see, that means you can see naked men, and that's gay as heck." A guy in the bus offered his seat to a woman that was standing. She looked at him and said, "Are you gay?" or something like it's gay to be polite. She still got the seat, but if I was him I wouldn't give her my seat after that. A lady at an old job asked me if I was gay, because I was very polite. I am polite and gay, but still. Make sure you only get your left ear pierced. This might be a non-thing now, but when I got my first piercing in the 80s it was a big deal to make sure you got the correct side of your head pierced. Right meant gay, left meant straight, and you didn't want to be the kid that fricked it up. This whole thing was made all the more comical by the fact I got my ear pierced with my best friend so we could split the cost. I mean, there had to be nothing gayer than two preteen boys arguing about what earring to buy and threatening to just not get it done. And this wasn't an uncommon thing either. The girl at the jewelry store said it happened a few times every weekend. I went on a date with a guy who wouldn't drink cocktails because they were gay, so he'd only drink beer to be more masculine. What a manly man. When I was right out of college, I was heading out for drinks with my roommate. He's from upstate NY. We were going to a kinda nice bar, so I threw on my wool jacket. It was cold out, so I grabbed a scarf. He was surprised I'd wear a scarf. He's a super PC guy, so he never explicitly called it gay, and if I had been gay, he would have been fine with me wearing a scarf. The funny thing is, he was wearing a ski jacket out and got crap from our other roommate for not dressing up more. Then, we started giving the third roommate crap for always wearing the same shirt every time he dresses up. So, in the end, 3 20-something guys left late to go out because of an argument about our outfits. Being late is pretty freaking gay. Linen shopping by my best friend. That's nice bro, but I need towels. Deal with it. My husband was called gay by his dad for wearing red shoes one day and another for wearing red shorts. I guess the color red is gay. He said this in front of me, his wife, and his biological grandchildren, our kids, from heterosexual intercourse. We don't talk to him anymore. Use a straw, because apparently it's like having a tiny dong in your mouth. I still use straws and haven't had the urge to suck a dong yet. Straws were invented to trick women into wanting to perform fellatio, obviously. Once was told that baking and cooking were gay or too feminine. Frick that crap. My dad was a professional chef, and I'd be damned proud to follow in his footsteps in the culinary world. Also, who doesn't love the guy who can whip up birthday cakes, brownies and snacks? I knew a guy who wouldn't have a serious conversation that might cause any kind of emotion because that's gay. It couldn't even be something nice like talking about puppies. He also wouldn't hug his children or his niece because that kind of affection is what women and gay guys use. He also wouldn't smile in pictures unless his woman or children were in them. He wouldn't tell his son that he loved him or spend quality time with him because he was scared that it would turn his son gay. So, basically, anything that caused happiness or a decent quality of life was gay. His dad apparently would beat him for that pansy crap when he was a kid, so I can understand why he does what he does, but it's still majorly fricked up. Going to a cafe and drinking anything there. I'll have as many strawberry sundaes as I want, goddammit. Frick, I want a strawberry sundae now, goddammit. I was once at a gay bar, and a dude hit on me, and according to my then girlfriend, since I wasn't disgusted by it, what? Are you gay? Went to a gay bar in college and ran into an old acquaintance from church youth group in high school. His friend, I also knew her from church things back in the day, asked if I was gay in a very coded way because she thought I might be offended. I laughed, because while I'm not gay, I'm sure as crap not going to be offended by the question, especially in a gay bar. Tried to order a mojito at a bar back when they were all the rage since I had only heard of them and never tried one. Waiter looked at me and said, "Number, you're not gay so I won't get that for you. But I just wanted to try a popular cocktail." My sister told me this gem. Her male friend said he hated being a guy because he couldn't use an umbrella. Apparently it's gay to keep yourself dry. I think the longest chain of letters to the editor ever in Stars and Stripes was about whether recruits should be allowed to use umbrellas. Very contentious issue. Not me, but a friend of mine got dumped because his GF thought he was a closet gay. He liked having his apartment cleaned so he cleans it every evening, and somehow, doing house chores is gay. His new GF is thrilled though. That's basically part of the Seinfeld episode where the journalist thinks Jerry is gay because he's a clean-cut single man who keeps his apartment neat. Not that there's anything wrong with that. When I was 13 I had two best friends, Cliff and Sergio, who got me hooked on comics. We were nerds together. We were inseparable. Sergio invited me and Cliff over to his place for a sleepover. I think it was basically hang out, eat pizza, play video games until we all pass out. But I never found out what one did at a sleepover because my mom refused to let me go. It's okay for a girl to spend the night at a girl's house, but it's not okay for a boy to spend the night at a boy's house, was her explanation. Now, first, I had literally no idea what she was talking about. She might as well have been speaking Farsi. This was just another in a long string of completely arbitrary rules, none of which made any sense, that seemed to make up the adult world in which I was never fully equipped to navigate. But there was also the subtext. I mean, there was a lot of subtext obviously, but this was the one I detected. That whatever girls got up to at a sleepover was natural and right, but boys doing the same thing was unnatural and improper. I didn't get the sense from mom that she thought boys got up to different things. She seemed to assume they got up to the same things and that was wrong, whatever that was. It was only years later I was able to decode this and understand she was saying boys spending the night was gay, and therefore bad. Then some years after that I realized she was saying it was also gay for girls to do it, but girls doing gay stuff, whatever that may be, was natural. The upshot of this was, I never spent the night at a friend's house, Fast forward about 10 years and my new friends and I all go to a gaming convention in LA. For the first time, we're poor college students, so the 7 of us all pitch in to get a room and we have a blast. The con is a big hit, but each night as we're all straggling in at different times, trying to sleep on the floor, stepping on each other, knocking things over in the dark, and generally making obscene noises from one or more orifices, we all end up giggling hysterically in the dark for hours. I later described this to my girlfriend and she says, "My god, it's like a bunch of teenage girls at a slumber party," and I exclaimed delightedly, "It is, Finn. I'm glad you got your sleepover eventually." Drink milk, especially chocolate milk. I've been singled out on 3 occasions, and was once called gay for it, by store clerks, no less. I love milk and I'm lactase proficient, so I told them I'd use my lactase proficiency however I like. How the heck is calcium gay, anyway? Calcium is used to grow bones. Scientifically speaking, you're drinking liquid boners, chocolate boners, extra gay. Cross my legs. Rest your ankle on your knee equals not gay. Rest your thigh on your other thigh equals gay, or so they say. Having friends that are girls that you don't sexually harass. In high school I used to build and paint sets for the school plays. I also happen to be gay. Actual factual gay. I wouldn't say it was any one specific thing that triggered this, but one day while tinkering with a rolling set piece for that year's musical I was informed by this drama kid chick, who had a reputation as a busybody, that one of the lead guys, who was straight, one of the popular kids, a jock, and also from a decently established theater family, had gone on a rant about me being too gay. Now hold on, Mary, I'm covered in house paint, performing adjustments underneath a rolling flat, with like 35 pounds of tools strapped to my waist. You're tap dancing in sequins among the footlights with rouge on your cheeks, and yet somehow, I'm too gay. High school, man. Moan. Constantly. My buddy going for his doctorate in math was working on differential equations between sets at the gym when another gym rat walked up. Gym rat, are you counting your reps or something? Buddy, no, this is my math homework. Gym rat, what, are you gay? Hugged my dad. Dude, I'm not gay, I'm not gonna hug your dad, stop asking me to. Brunch, if steak, eggs and alcohol at noon are gay, well then frick it. Brunch is the official meal of the gays. Can't remember which sitcom I heard that from. I live in a small mining community, so, not wanting to put my dong in a girl's bum, 1000% got teased for being gay for not wanting to have anal with a girl. The ringleader that started that is the same guy who told me this hilarious story about someone in the showers grabbing his dong and pulling him around the showers by the dong while guys slapped his butt, not being interested in meaningless fricking anymore. Like when I lost interest in one night stands or just trying to hook up with a girl just to say I fricked and actually wanted to only go out with and frick someone I had an emotional connection with apparently made me gay. I don't even mean love, I mean just actually liking or being interested in more than just fricking apparently made me gay. In this vein specifically, not fricking a really hot girl because her personality made me wish I was deaf meant I was gay. Pink drinks or fruity tasting drinks are a big no. Theater is gay. Doesn't matter if you're going to see a play or in the play, it's all gay unless your wife GF is hot and you say she promised crazy fricking, then you can see a play but not be in one. Play any instrument that isn't guitar, drums or bass. The colors pink purple for any reason. Driving a car instead of a jeep or truck unless it belongs to your wife and you let her use the truck. Not hunting or fishing. Not liking football or liking soccer. Wearing a coat in winter. Yes, in normal places you just get called a P, but where I live it also means you might be gay. Owning an umbrella period. I've lived here for 28 years and never once seen a single person use one because it means you're afraid of water, which obviously somehow means you want to suck dong. To being generally polite all the time. Showing any emotion beyond anger, amusement. This could go on for far too long considering it's 2020, but welcome to rural America, I suppose. Play clarinet. I was 12, really good at the instrument, and loved it, but stopped because of the relentless teasing I got from it. Fat boy with a girl's instrument. Elementary school rocked. Straight, male. Friend of mine played flute all the way from grade school to high school. There were no other straight guys in the flute section, so my friend pretty much drowned in an avalanche of ag. Recognize that another man is handsome. Like bruh, I have eyes and know how female attraction works. I love how straight men can tell if a dude is ugly, but God forbid they acknowledge when one is good looking. Like you need to be able to judge a man's appearance to decide he is ugly. You obviously decided he isn't good looking, which means you know what makes a man good looking. Here is a list of absurd things I have been told not to do because they are gay or effeminate. 1. Take a bath. Apparently, men only take showers. 2. Drink through a straw. Men just sip the side of the glass. 3. Use lotion. Men's skin is meant to be rough and coarse. 4. Use weightlifting aids, for example. Belt, bands, wrap straps, gloves, danger and calluses are manly, I guess. 5. Use weightlifting machines, as opposed to free weights. 6. Eat vegetarian, vegan, plant-based, because you need meat for testosterone and protein. 7. Drive an automatic roadster. Men drive trucks, and if they have to drive a sports car, it should be a manual. 8. Dye my hair. This only applies to younger men going for an unnatural color, apparently. 9. Have anal with a woman. Cause butt stuff is gay. 10. Be friends with gay men. Go frick yourself. My dad scolded me for taking baths. He goes, I haven't taken a bath since I was a child. I was like 6 story Emma, enjoy this bath bomb. Girlfriend insisted I stop working out and get a dad bod. You can work out and still get a dad bod. Just drink more beer or crash your metabolism or something. Watch pee with a man and a woman. A guy I went to school with said he only watches lesbian pee cause watching one with a guy is gay. It was just about the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say. Not wear shorts underpants. The world's a weird place. Get a pedicure. Holy frick, that crap feels so good. Okay fellas, is it gay to masturbate? Because you are literally touching a dong to have fun. I've heard that if you Google it, you'll find a lot of evidence that some men don't wash their buttholes because they've heard it's gay. Makes me want off this planet. I honestly think the whole gay stigma has largely gone away. Helmets on troops, it's story time. Back in the early 90s when I was a wee private, a fellow soldier had a critical gator failure and hit on me. I will never forget his look of absolute terror when he realized he had outed himself to a straight guy, and he was right to be terrified, because all I had to do was tell the barracks bully, there is always one, and that lad would have had the living crap kicked out of him, pretty much daily. In fact, I got really mad at him, not because he had hit on me, who doesn't like being thought of as attractive, but because I was now responsible for keeping his secret, and I didn't want to hold his life in my hands like that. Fast forward 20 odd years, I have a bunch of young soldiers working for me, and one of them is openly gay. It's early Friday afternoon, there's not much going on, and the lads are talking about weekend plans. One of my boys is ranting at length about how impossible it is to get laid around here when every weekend the local city is flooded with 1,000 young single dudes, and so on. And my gay soldier chuckles and says 2 male sex drives oriented at each other means I don't have that problem, and the ranter lets out a whinny moan. Oh man, I wish I was gay, and I dang near spit out my coffee, not because there was anything wrong with a heartfelt expressed desire to be gay, but because of the contrast of the change of attitude in my lifetime. I'm not saying homophobia and prejudice is dead, but I think that being worried about being perceived as gay is nowhere near the big deal that it once was. Well, back then you could get kicked out of the military for being gay, so there's that too. Share your story in the comments. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day.